Striving for excellence motivates you, but striving for perfection demoralizes you. You must have heard this. And today I am going to be picking on specifically on the health aspect of it. How your perfectionism might be keeping you away from your health goal. And this is a topic that came to my recent attention because I seem to be suffering from one, and I have had in fact trouble motivating myself to do the triathlon training that I am training for this year. And I was always looking for this perfect routine that would work for me. And guess what? I just couldn't get started. So the point is, I'll also actually just back off. I'll tell you another story of my client. This has been like a while. So one of my clients, in fact, a lot of my clients, they are perfectionists, obviously. They are high aspirations and they are really good at what they do. And I really admire that about themselves, about them. But this particular client, she has been wanting to get into an exercise routine. But what's happening over the time that she's looking for this perfect routine to get started. In fact, she wants to be perfect in everything. She wants her kids to have a perfect summer school. She wants to enroll them into the best program that she can. And there is nothing wrong between deciding the best for your kids. But when this best or the excellence become perfection, and you basically get into that loop, that starts hurting us. So the two ways that the perfectionism may impact your health goals is, first, you may not just get started on it, just the way I talked about my client. In fact, recently when I was enrolling people for Cleanse, I know there are a lot of people who were interested, but they were afraid that they cannot really make it perfect. They cannot perfectly participate in the cleanse. So they decide, instead of doing not their best, just to refrain from it. And this one thing is that our life is perfectly imperfect. And there is one good quote that I like from my mentor, Joshua Rosenthal. He is the founder of Institute of Integrative Nutrition. He says that given half a chance, your body can heal itself by itself. And that is profound. You don't really have to make things perfectly. So when your good choices, they outweigh your bad choices, that's when you start to see the tipping point. Of course, the better choices that you are going to make, and the more the difference is going to be between your choices, that's going to give you the more benefit. But it doesn't mean that you have to be perfect. So that's the first thing, that nothing has to be perfect for you to start healing. You just have to make that action that works in your favor. The second way, so the first way is it's affecting, is that it's stopping you from taking action because you're afraid of failing, and you don't want to be failing trying. You want to be failing without trying, right? That's more of a proud moment. The second thing is that I often say that, and even like the Eastern medicine, it's not just me. Eastern medicine often talks about the reason for disease as a spiritual reason behind your disease. So there is always a physical reason for something that is wrong with your body, and there is always a spiritual reason. So I will talk about thyroid in particular because I have read more about it. I work with people who have thyroid disorders. So one of the physical reason is, obviously there are your thyroid is not doing good. There are nodules. Possibly you have nutrient deficiencies. You probably had radiation in there, or maybe your body is attacking itself, particularly in the thyroid gland. There's probably this upstream virus theory, which says that there are viruses embedded and your body has not taken care of it. many reasons, okay? But then the point is the thyroid is the one that is struggling to keep up the health. The spiritual reason of all your body parts, why thyroid, right? So the spiritual reason is that there is a disconnect between your mind and a body, and thyroid is your choke point. Now, each disease will have a different choke point. So for those who are having choke point in their throat, that means they're likely going to have thyroid disorder. Now, what does it mean actually having a choke point in your throat? So with my own experience, I can say that my choke point is that I know I'm an introvert and I often struggle with expressing the right way what I want to say. And it took me a while to be comfortable talking about what I exactly feel like. I still probably don't do that because obviously this is my weak point and this had been my weak point. But it doesn't mean that you're shying away from saying it. It's probably you are not expressing the way you want it to be expressed. And all the people, I mean, there are many people who struggle with at work, especially being a woman. I have worked for 11 years and I loved my colleagues and whatnot, but I know that there is always this comparison between people. There are always things that are need to be told certain way. If a woman acts too aggressive, then you would be called aggressive, but if you're not speaking up or not being assertive, you will be called passive. And you're always, everybody struggles with most of the time, and especially women, they struggle with expressing themselves. They are sometimes forced to express so manly that they kind of lose their personality. So there's a lot going on in terms of expression, and I was seeing at my workplace there are a lot of people who were suffering from autoimmune health issues, especially by the time they turn 50. And I'm pretty sure there is a lot of spirituality behind it, or there is a spiritual reason behind their diseases, especially working in a high stress environment. So now, how does the perfectionist part play into this? When we are perfectionists, we try to judge each of our choices. If we made a good choice or made a bad choice, we become critic of ourselves and also critic of others. And that is itself is the negativity that comes within us. That's not a good expression of our own feelings, of our own thoughts. And when you are in this judgmental criteria, when each choice is making you wonder about what's going to happen, is it good or bad, and even your personality type, like if you're a type A personality, which many of us are achiever, we want to do our best, and when you see that things are not happening, you get into this more of depression or a negative I say thought process. That doesn't keep you healthy, so that's directly impacting your health. So the need of, or the need of perfectionism in our life is sometimes making us not to act at all, and sometimes they are directly making or impacting our health. And of course, indirectly, when you are not happy, you're probably going to make the choices that are not healthy for you as well. I don't know whether I got disconnected just now because my screen went blank. But anyways, so I just wanted to kind of reiterate that the two ways the perfectionist is probably impacting your life is A, by helping you or by stopping you from taking any health decisions. So if you want to start on a program, you're taking that time thinking about the best moment or the perfect time. And the second way is that it's directly impacting your life because of the negative emotions that you're generating, the judgment that you are having, and that is making you stressed about things, even small things about in your life, and then you end up not feeling happy or fulfilled. So that's what I felt. Thanks, Leslie, for joining. Hope you're doing good. So anyways, I would say done is better than perfect. So if you are thinking of something, don't wait for a perfect moment. It's never gonna come. Like I would say if you want to have children, there's never a perfect time to have children, and I tell it from my experience. So it's a decision that you have to make, and I'm going to tell a story about actions. There was so those who know a little bit about Hindu mythology, there is an epic battle that they talk about, Mahabharat. It's a family feud, but there are two great archers in the story, Arjun and Karna. So these are the best archers in the world, and there was a face off at one point of time between those two, and that's the end of it's the final battle, the epic battle, where finally they clash, and one is no better than other. So Arjun is the very well known, there's in fact there are a lot of names that you may have heard, but Karna is one of, he was as strong and as good as Arjun in the archery, but when it came to the final battle, Karna was cursed. He was cursed that he will not be able to remember his skill when he needs it the most. So obviously he couldn't use his archery to save himself, and he died in the battle. And the key thing is that he was not able to act. He was not able to act when he needed it. And for us, we are not in that epic battle. We are not cursed, but we have the need of acting at certain time where there is a need, especially when it comes to our health problems. It is better to start acting sooner than later, of course, and that's when you want to make sure at least the perfectionism is not coming on your way. There is always, like, you will choose the way you want to be helped, that is totally fine, but the key thing is to take action, because that's when you get your results. Knowledge is going to take you to the empowerment, yes, because unless you know it that you need to do something, you are not going to be able to act on it. But the real result will come when we act on it. So don't let the perfection come in your way in getting the results that you seek. And that's my thoughts for Friday. Hope you enjoyed it, and those who are actually watching the replay, please leave your comments. I would love to hear from you. What in your life has been keeping you away, at least by what perfection in your life is keeping you away from your goals. Is it that you're not acting on something? And just the self realization of things will help you moving, in my opinion. So definitely leave your comment. That's not a very direct health related. This can be applied to pretty much any goals that you have, whether it's related to your health or related to your career, or fitness, anything. Anyways, I think I don't want to make it a perfect Insta live, so I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut now, because I am thinking I'm right now I'm repeating myself. So have a good Friday, and I'm excited that my cleanse is starting next week, and I'm gonna give you more updates about it. Super excited with the group that I have. Everybody is very motivated. In fact, they want to start so early that one has already started with the meals. She's going to be doing great. So, and this time I'm also planning to do it, because I have not been eating perfectly. I know that, at least off lately, because I was busy with work and so many things. I know my diet was a little bit astray, and I want to take this opportunity to cleanse myself. So let's see how that goes. And I will be excited to share at least what I achieved after this whole cleanse. Thank you for watching, and have a nice weekend.